So I didn't realize just how good Empower was going to be until I started using it on Live Realm when it came out with the Darkmoor update. I originally covered that Empower was changing, and it did change. It actually changed twice. So the first change, it went from this, which was the original Empower. For 1 pip, it's 250 moon damage that you take for yourself, and then you gain 3 pips. Now, people weren't using this really for the pip gain. Yes, the extra pips were nice, but people were mostly using Empower to remove weaknesses. So then they went and changed Empower. Originally, it was not this. It was 1 pip, 5% of your health is taken, and you gain 3 pips. Later on, after some feedback, they decided to change this to 0. I think I said when they originally changed it to 1 that this spell could get used, but maybe not like all the time because it's not great. It doesn't remove the weaknesses. But them changing it from 1 pip to 0 actually just completely reverts all of that and makes it super useful, because now you're basically ramping into a way higher amount of pips for 0 pips, and all you're taking, the only downside is that you're taking 5% of your health, which on my storm right now, that's like 500 damage. So a little bit more than what it originally was at 250. Yes, you still can't remove weaknesses, but trust me, you're not going to be using it for that anymore because this spell is completely changed. I guess this is originally what they wanted Empower to be. I just feel like it's crazy now. I just feel like there's no reason not to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and fight Jadoni here, and I'll show you guys how fast we can ramp up and use Storm Owl, because with with these changes using this spell, we can get to 10 pips on turn 2. So let's go ahead and do this. I have in Storm Owl, we have in a bunch of Empowers, and we're gonna kill Jadoni super quick. I think he's got like 6k. We probably could kill him first turn with I mean, Tempest might kill him, might not though. But we're gonna buff Storm Owl, and then we're gonna draw Empower. So you can just use this first turn if you don't get like weakness or something. Well, we could fizzle. Wait, you actually can't even fizzle this spell? Wait, I didn't even know that. It doesn't even take the smoke screen off? Hold on, let me see this. But it has accuracy. The spell itself has accuracy, but it doesn't actually get affected by accuracy debuffs? That's insane. Okay, I don't know. That's probably a bug, maybe. If that's intentional, then there you go. Okay, we didn't fizzle our Storm Owl. The weakness doesn't matter. So I guess Empower doesn't take weaknesses. It doesn't take smoke screens, anything like that. But there you go. That's how you use a 10 pip spell on turn 2. You can do the same thing. You can ramp into like a Sirens or something. So you could use Sirens turn 2. Pretty much anything. Any school that you can think of where, you know, you're starting out turn 1 with 5 pips and you want to ramp into any spell, you could do that. All you have to use is Empower TCs. So people already have so many Empower TCs, you might as well just put them in. I feel like this is going to be like a staple that people put in their decks now, because as a hitter, like some of those times where you're just sitting there and you're at like no pips, you have 1 power pip, and using Empower there would be super helpful, because if you have 2 pips, if you have 1 power pip and you use Empower, you can ramp then to 7 pips the next turn. So I could sit there, you know, use Empower that turn at 2 pips, and then I could use a Stormlord the next turn, because I could ramp into Stormlord and then instantly have 7, enchant that, and be hitting like super strong the next turn. So this kind of prevents hitters from like having downtime. Like I feel like it's almost a waste of my time now as a hitter to just sit there and blade. Maybe I'll use Frenzy, especially on a storm where our pips are worth more damage. Well, we might as well gain more pips faster by using Empower, and we can output so much more damage. My original plan for this video was to go and defeat Bartleby Quietus, which is a solo boss that people have been struggling with. It's a forced solo, so everyone's gonna have to do it if you do Darkmoor. But I don't know how you get back to that boss. I was watching my VOD back from my live streams, and it seems like there's a portal that appears right here, but the portal is gone now, and there's no way for me to get back to it. But that's how we get to that solo boss. and you have to fight him, and he's pretty difficult because he has cheats. You basically can't blade, you can't aura. I don't think you can, maybe you can aura, but you can't really use traps or blades. And if you do, he'll cheat. So you have to just keep hitting him. The best way to do that fight is to ramp with your Empower, ramp into a 10 pip spell, which I did with Storm Owl. Hit him with Storm Owl. He probably won't die. I think he has, I don't know, he has like over 10k health. And then what I did after that was I used another Empower and I ramped into Haket. So I hit him with Storm Owl first turn or second turn, ramp third turn, and then fourth turn I use Haket. So I'm outputting 17 pips worth of spells in 4 turns. So that seems pretty good. I feel like this is something we haven't seen before in the game. We can now just go absolutely crazy by hitters just using Empower whenever they're low on pips, instantly getting a bunch of pips for it, and it's basically free. 5% of your health is nothing. People will definitely pay that in order to be able to output more damage. So there you go. I would encourage hitters to definitely put this in, to use it. You'll be more useful in battle if you have Empower on hand, because then you can just quickly ramp and your team can blade you and you're going to be outputting so much damage. I feel like this is going to be used in a lot of different scenarios because it's just so useful. It's a TC that's pretty readily available to people. This is the TC that everyone used to transfer gold. So trust me, there's a lot of Empowers out there in Wizard101 that people have stockpiled. So people are going to be breaking these out and actually using them for once. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like on it. Subscribe for more Wiz videos in the future. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time.